Intergalactic planetary, intergalactic, intergalactic planetary, intergalactic, intergalactic planetary, intergalactic, intergalactic planetary, intergalactic, out of the matrix, out of the matrix, out of the matrix, out of the matrix.
And long before Einstein, the quest for unification began with the most famous accident in the history of science.
As the story goes, one day in 1665, a young man was sitting under a tree when all of a sudden he saw an apple fall from above. And with the fall of that apple, Isaac Newton revolutionized our picture of the universe.
In an audacious proposal for his time, Newton proclaimed that the force pulling apples to the ground and the force keeping the moon in orbit around the Earth were actually one and the same. In one fell swoop, Newton unified the heavens and the Earth in a single theory he called gravity.
The unification of the celestial with the terrestrial, that the same laws that govern the planets in their motions govern the tides and the falling of fruit here on Earth. It was a fantastic unification of our picture of nature.
Gravity was the first force to be understood scientifically, though 3 more would eventually follow. And although Newton discovered his law of gravity more than 300 years ago, his equations describing this force make such accurate predictions that we still make use of them today.
In fact, scientists needed nothing more than Newton's equations to plot the course of a rocket that landed men on the moon.
Let's learn about polyhedrons and talk about faces, vertices, and edges. The problems given to us want us to identify the number of faces, edges, and vertices on the 3-dimensional figures given below. Before we get on to identifying the faces, edges, and vertices, let's actually understand what they are. I'm going to just draw a quick line and talk about what is a polyhedron. Polyhedron is a 3-dimensional figure, right? So the key thing to remember is polyhedron is a 3-dimensional object, okay, that has flat surfaces. It has to have a flat surface. Each of these flat surfaces is called a face. Okay? Now, when 2 faces of a polyhedron meet, right? When 2 different faces meet, they form an edge. Okay? And when 3 or more, right, edges meet, the point at which 3 or more edges meet is called a vertex. Okay? And
Stop. With your feet on the air, your head on the ground.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Hey!